Toastmasters and dear guests. In her book, Lean In, Women, Work, and the Will to Lead, Sandy Shelberg, the writer, discusses mentorship and how mentorship is important for any individual for their career advancement. And in her book, she encourages mentorship to be developed naturally rather than it being forced. Like you do not go to them and you find someone inspiring and do not go to them in the first instant and ask them to be your mentor. Let it develop naturally through shared interest and mutual respect. Now, reflecting on my own career experience, like in my last job, I was working there for around 6 years, and as you may all know, when we're working in the same job for quite a long time, 6 years is quite a long time for me. So things started to get mundane, the challenges diminished, and I was looking for something new. So when I got this new opportunity, I grabbed onto it. So I was looking for a new challenge, and boy, did I get what I wished for in this new job. So this new organization was going through a transition. I did not have a line manager, and we were about to receive a very huge project, and there were lots of other challenges which I'm not going to in detail in this speech right now. However, challenges were thrown at me from every direction. And there came a point where I felt like, that's it, I'm done. This is not what I wanted. This is not the challenge I was expecting. Maybe I'm not the right fit for this position, whatever it is, I'm done. However, there came a point where I stopped with the decision. There were some things that asked me to hold, like the obvious one being I did not have any other job offer lined up for me, so I had to stay there. But the most important thing was that Mary stepped in. Mary came in, and with her presence itself, things started to be a bit smooth. For any situations, any challenges that I was facing, I was able to go to her for guidance. With her there, I had the confidence that I could go to her, and if I was facing any challenges, she would come up with some solutions. She would guide me to bring a solution. She was there to provide me crucial insights. She was there to connect me with people who would support me, and then provide me with the resources that I needed to tackle with all these responsibilities. So while I was in this job, so I realized that with all these obstacles that I had to face, I was actually gaining experience. And with the guidance that I was receiving from Mary Lee, my mentor, there were lots of valuable lessons that I was learning. Like by being, for the short time that I could be with her and learn how she worked, like with the information she used to gather and make a decision, tough decisions, the way she calmed down all the asperity voices from the team. That's from being by her side, even for a little while, because she was here for a very short time, I learned a lot. And although there are still challenges in my organization, but with the guidance she gave me, now I'm more confident now that to be able to handle all these responsibilities in a better way than I could before. Now, in her book, the same book, Lean In, the writer also mentions an encounter she had with a young woman. So this young woman tells her that she wished she had a mentor from the beginning of her career, which surprises her because all along the way, she had been mentoring her. And so in this case, it's just that the way they viewed mentorship was different. So mentorship cannot be always same. It's different for all of us. And that is what I experienced in my journey in Toastmasters as well. As you all know, in Toastmasters, we get assigned a mentor while we join, and the few members, new members who are here today, they had the opportunity to come to our meeting and to look at the members, how they were, and then decide on who they could choose as their mentors. But then while we started, we didn't have that luxury. But however, I'm not complaining. I was assigned to Master Subhash Dungel as my mentor. Very sweet person, although despite being busy, he always gives me time to look at my speech and give the speech feedback. However, in my Toastmaster journey, I met many Toastmasters who inspired me along the way. And I'm not going to take all of their name today. However, I have to take at least 2 persons' name who have really helped me. Like, as you all know, Toastmasters is not only about communication, about writing speech, it's also about taking leadership roles and building our leadership skills. And if these 2 people were not there, I would not have taken any of these roles. So I'm sure, with the shaking heads, I'm sure you've already guessed. So one of them being my previous line manager, Toastmaster Yuden, and Toastmaster Shivani. So with Toastmaster Shivani, it's like I'm speaking about random things with her, and the next thing I know, I've signed up for table topic competition. Next thing I know, I'm volunteering at the TLI registration. And next thing I know, I'm taking up roles in area back to back for 2 years straight. And I know if she hadn't like thrown me these opportunities, asked me to take them, I would not have raised up to these opportunities. And just Master Yuden. And she's been here, she's been guiding not just me as she was my direct line manager, I had that benefit to going to her for anything. Like not just for the speeches, I went to her for the feedback on speeches as well. But whenever I took any roles, I'd go to her, anything. And when I had got the opportunity and I told her that maybe I'm not fit for this role, and she'd encourage me, no, you take it. So while these other relationships were not exactly explicitly stated as my mentors, however, in essence, I take them as my mentors. And what I believe is not everything has to be spelled out, and some relations, some words are better unspoken.
Yes, all of them are eligible.
So I will request Toastmaster Avinash to all pass the vote and Avinash connect.